G'day Bruce, my name's Chris and I'm here in Australia with my wife Lisa. We're doing a road trip from Perth to Exmouth in northwest Australia and then down the coast all the way along the south and then possibly to Queensland. We haven't decided yet. So join us in this massive road trip. What do you think about that comment?
Life is broken.
So we landed in Perth and we got a train from the airport right up north to Butler, which is the top of Perth. We then tracked down some Wi-Fi, called an Uber and took all of our stuff, and we had a lot of it, to our Airbnb.
Hello.
I was about to do it. Lisa and I arrived. Oh, monster. Lisa and I arrived in Perth today. This is the first time I've ever been to Western Australia. We're here as tourists until our visa is processed, which fingers crossed is going to be in the next month or two, or hopefully not more than 3. Because if it's more than 3, we've got to leave the country again because we're tourists. Anyway, we're just checking out the area. People are so friendly, and there's dogs everywhere, and the houses look amazing, and there's big 4x4s everywhere, which Lisa's loving. First impressions are good. So after having a little play in our favourite shop, Anaconda, we set out to buy a car, and we did it. We bought this. It's a 4x4 pickup truck, or ute as it's called over here, Nissan Navara, and we reckon it's perfect for the kind of adventures we want to take it on.
What's his name? Anything you'd like to say?
Crikey, mate. And the next step was to buy everything else, things like toilets, rooftop tents, hats, fishing related stuff, cooking stoves, so many things. So we cracked on. By far the biggest and most exciting purchase was our new rooftop tent. We shopped around and tried out quite a few different ones, and we decided that this one was the best for the price, for the size. It was quite lightweight, so it suited our car. We were well happy with it, so I set about trying to strap it on and yeah, fixing it up. And it's not easy actually, it was a right pain in the ass. And just like that, I'm 33 years old. How depressing. Happy birthday to me. Lisa absolutely nailed it. She got me a stand-up paddleboard. Oh yes.
Ready for slicing, mate?
For the past few weeks, Lisa and I have been in a place called Butler, north of Perth. And the objective of being here was to buy a car, set up our bank accounts, buy all the equipment we need to go like completely off grid. 4x4ing and like overlanding is something that I've never ever done before, or Lisa, so we're like making it up as we go along basically. So if I just put down my schnitzel quickly. So we bought a massive ice box filled to the brim with ice and snacks, yeah, like cold things. We've bought a roof tent, bought an awning, and we've fitted all of these in the past few weeks. Big chunky off-road tyres, Nissan Navara ute, ladders for the roof tent, all of our clothes and stuff. And then in the back, this is what we've really been doing for the last few weeks. So, quick run through. 20 litres of diesel spare. We've also brimmed the tank obviously. Nice toilet. We've got camp table, camp chair, another camp chair up there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 30 litres of water here. We've got another 10 litres inside the ute. Gas cylinder, 2 boxes filled up with dry food. We've got a gas stove. This box here is full up with recovery gear and off-roading gear. So we've got things like tyre inflator, like a big air compressor. We've got like straps and stuff for if we get stuck. just recovery gear mainly. Over here we've got Max Treks for if we get stuck in sand. Stand-up paddleboard. Yeah, and I'm sure way more stuff than what I just said, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. So that's been 2 weeks, absolutely flat out in our Airbnb, buying this truck and getting it all kitted out for adventure. And I think we're finally there. Hell yeah, high five. So with that, we set off north. Now we decided to go inland on our way north, through the bush, and then on the way back down afterwards, we can come back down the coast road so we're not going back on ourselves. Out here in the bush, it's pretty damn easy to find a good spot. We use an app called Wiki Camps, and it shows us loads of potential good places to stay. We camped last night in our rooftop tent, and it was amazing, but there is a bit of a deal breaker. What's the deal breaker, Lisa?
Flies everywhere.
Flies everywhere.
Call me crazy fly lady.
It's a bit relentless. They tried to get in your nose, tried to get in your eyes, your ears, and you just constantly like giving them the Australian salute. It's a bit full on. So I think we're going to pack up and head somewhere else, maybe a bit more windy. I don't know. I don't know how to avoid them. Okay, so we're on our second night camping and we found a really nice like creek stream thing. It's pretty cool, but it's super windy. However, we've set everything up, so here's Frowden cooking up some delicious schnitzel and pasta and pesto. The outfit is for the flies.
And for comfort.
And for comfort, yeah. I think we're well and truly in the bush. I wouldn't say this is like the outback, although the dirt is red, but it's proper wilderness, like proper random. I'm glad we got a four-wheel drive. So as you would expect, there's some pros and there's some cons with rooftop tents. A massive pro is the view when you wake up and the breeze in the night. It's amazing. A con is that there's absolutely no stealth element, so you kind of stick out like a sore thumb. You know a truck's going to be massive when you see this. We found the further up north you got, the closer you are to the mines and the more crazy mining equipment that you see getting transported around on the roads. It's absolutely ginormous. Also road trains, we saw some 60-metre road trains, they're huge.
Happy kiddo driving!
We've just parked up at Pink Lake. Check this out. Lisa has reliably informed me that the reason it's bright pink is because of fairy dust. Or it might be because of the algae that's in the water that reacts to all the salt and makes it go luminous pink. Yeah, that's pink, alright. Now by this point, Lisa had got pretty damn good using wiki camps, and she'd found a really promising campsite in the sand dunes next to the beach called Lucky Bay. So we went to go and check it out.
What is that?
I bugged us. I got carried away.
What happens when you let him go off-roading for 2 minutes?
Fortunately, I just let the tyre pressures down a bit more, rocked it back and forth, and before we knew it, I was out. And then we found this amazing park spot in the middle of the sand dunes, right next to the beach. We ended up staying here a couple of nights because we really liked it. It was super windy at this time, and this spot was completely sheltered by the trees and right next to this amazing beach. Although, like I said, my God, it was really windy, so we didn't really spend that long on the beach. We knew that Western Australia would be windy before we came here, but we didn't realise how relentlessly windy it is. It feels like there isn't many days where it's not windy. Few and far between. All the gear, no idea. So we kept on following the coast north and came across this small town called Kalbarri, and all around it were these crazy sandstone formations.
Yes, tell me what you've learned.
But basically this was all sand dunes, and then over millions of years it all compressed together into sandstone, and then that's this. At this point, Lisa and I have seen a fair old chunk of this world, but we've never seen anything like this before. This was really unique. We liked it a lot. We were watching the ground closely for snakes, but didn't see any, fortunately. Yeah, we like this. Everyone's got their own little unique twist on how to keep the flies away. Lisa's is, yeah, it's pretty special. By this point, I've pretty much got the hang of these corrugated sandy roads. The trick is to let your tyre pressures down a bit and just give it the beans, commit in four-wheel drive. Unfortunately, I'm still absolutely crap at driving on beaches. That's not changing. Today is Lisa and I's. Today is our anniversary, a 1 year married anniversary, and we are in the most amazing spot near Exmouth. This place is called 14 Mile Campsite. Check out this water. This isn't photoshopped or anything, this is legit the colour. This isn't our camping spot. Our camping spot is like in the sand dunes, but I mean, you would have done the same, right? We've driven the car right down onto the beach. Almost got stuck, but only because I'm an idiot and I decided to make my own tracks rather than follow the ones that everyone else drives in. But we're still learning. I'm still learning. We finally made it to Exmouth. Whoa! I've been excited about this place for a long time. And these birds, absolute bloody legends. But these birds, absolutely bloody terrifying. Lisa had one of them pop over her shoulder to say hello while she was on her laptop, and it scared the hell out of her. I chased it away with an empty drinks bottle. Shrimp. Australia's got a complete fascination with big things. You've got the big pineapple, the big shrimp, the big everything. And I think it's just an excuse to go on a road trip, to be honest. But I don't even know if this is an official one, but it's big, so. What do you think about that, Cornwall bear?
Weird.
Yeah. Where are we, Fredden?
At the aquarium.
G'day, mate.
Hang on, you were way too quick.
The wipers are broken.
After a week of makeshift showers and rationing your little water that you've got and trying to charge all your electrical devices without draining the car battery because we've only got one battery, you want some luxuries every now and again. So we've checked into a nice campsite in Exmouth with proper showers, like warm showers, proper toilets, all that fancy stuff. And we're milking it for all it's worth. We've refilled all of our water bottles, we're using the fridge, like it's bliss. We're here for one more night, and then we're going to hit the west side of the Exmouth Cape, and we're going to do a week off the grid, camping on beaches and all that good stuff, the stuff that we actually are here to do. But it's bloody nice to get a shower once in a while. Come on, bird, look at me. You got granny. Lisa and I have just arrived at the Turtle Centre near Exmouth. Turtle mating season is next month, but we've seen some signs saying be careful of the turtles because they might be mating already. I don't know if you can see the amount of flies, but this is the most we've ever seen. Absolute fly princess. We saw a couple of turtles just coming up for air. We saw a dolphin, but we were only there for 5 minutes because it's so incredibly hot. It's over 40 degrees. It must be over 40 degrees right now. So, we're heading back to the car. We're going to drive down the coast. We're going to go snorkeling. God, the flies. Fucking flies, they're in the car. They've breached.
They just ruin everything.
So what's this place called? So we're at Lakeside snorkeling area. Look at this sea. Absolutely incredible. You can see the reef in the far distance just breaking. The waves breaking over the reef. G'day mate, how you going? Open that.
We're at Turquoise Bay and we're now going to go snorkeling.
And why? What's better about Turquoise Bay?
Less currency.
Less?
Just making them work.
Less currency. The fish here in Australia are just as colourful as the ones in Southeast Asia, but way bigger. The fish here are friggin' massive and you can swim right near them. They don't seem to care that you're there. They must know they're protected. Clever. Western Australia has designated loads of this coast as a sanctuary area, which means there's loads of legal related things to do with the fishes. You can't spearfish them, you can only normal fish them in certain places. To think we're just one phone call away from this being where we live. It's freaking mental. Come on, phone call. We've waited long enough.
Go Jenny, go, call us, please call us.
Just as I was getting in the groove of Lisa's song, we noticed some turtles out in the sea. So we quickly stuck our masks and snorkels on and we got out to go and see them. And there was a couple and they were amazing to watch. Especially when they come up for air, that's my favourite thing. Look at the colour of this water. I don't think I've seen water this colour before. To be fair, this place is called Turquoise Bay, so expected. So this is our second snorkeling spot of the day. The first was a place called Lakeside, and Lakeside had really alive coral, like the Ningaloo Reef, but like the inner reef, which was, I don't know, 30 metres off the shore, which you could get to easily, but it had a really strong current, which was no good, and I forgot to take my flippers as well, so I kind of screwed that up. This place is called Turquoise Bay, and it's got to be one of the most stunning places that I've seen, because it's Australia. There's no plastic on the beach. Everything's just really looked after, as you would expect. So it's a freaking top tier location, absolutely amazing. The colour of the water, that is the clearest water you'll ever see. All the fish here are like jumbo size, like they're on steroids. We've seen a turtle, Lisa saw a stingray, Yeah, pretty amazing. And a crab as well. From this point, we're going to keep following this west coast of the Cape down from Exmouth. We have to do a beach crossing soon, but it's a tidal beach crossing, so if the tide's in, it's underwater, which I'm not going to be taking my car through seawater. No way, because of rust. But if the tide's out, which it should be at 3 o'clock, because I've looked up the tide times, then we can just cross the beach, which shouldn't be underwater. If it is, for whatever reason, and the tide times are wrong, or who knows, then it's a 250 kilometre detour. 250 kilometre for the sake of 150 metres of beach. So, fingers crossed the website was right. I checked a couple of websites, but I think they used the same data, so hopefully that's a good sign. Every now and again when we're driving up these sand roads, sometimes they're lovely and smooth. The deeper the better, really, because they're smoother. But sometimes they've got like hideous corrugations like this. Yeah, you probably can't even see it on the camera, but they're massive, and the whole car feels like it's gonna like shake apart. And some of them, if they're smaller, you can go fast and it sort of smooths them out. But these ones are so big that if you go fast, it'll just fuck the car up. So the trick is, let your tyres down. Have a look at your gauge, which is just over 30 at this point, because I already let them down a bit yesterday. And we're going for 25. 25. Don't forget the dust cap afterwards. Get the sand out of there. So now we've got 25 rear, 20 front, and hopefully it's going to handle these corrugations a bit better. Alright, well, I guess we won't be going down there then. Though the west side of this cape is absolutely stunning, this corrugated sandy road goes on for about 50 kilometres, and it feels like an absolute lifetime. The car gets shaken to pieces. It does, however, make you feel like quite the rally driver, so that's pretty fun, I suppose. Eventually, we ended up on the tarmac again, and that led us to a place called Coral Bay. We went for another swim here, had a bit of a snorkel, and then set back off to our campsite, which was back at one of our favourite spots where we spent our anniversary, 14 Mile Campground. The corrugations smashed the crap out of our door latches on our tailgate, so I've put epoxy glue and sellotape on it. Both of them broke. We're currently heading south, back down to Perth, and on the way we're stopping at this place called the Pinnacles, which are something to do with limestone, desert's been eroded away over millions of years, blah blah blah. And yeah, we're going to check it out, see if it's any good, and I reckon we're already in it. Oh, it's literally this, look. So the Pinnacles is way bigger than I expected. I thought it would be like a little small area. We both thought it would be like a small area, and it's not. It's like a full-on desert covered in these limestone pinnacles. I don't think I would make a special journey to come here, but if it's en route, you should definitely stop. It's unlike anything we've seen before. Trailer for sailoring. That trailer for sailoring. No? Ain't got no cigarettes, but trailer for sailoring. Give, don't pay. Trailer for sailoring. Sailoring. This place is massive. It's really massive. To think that the sand used to be deeper than that. Like, desert has eroded by at least 8 foot. That's a lot, isn't it? Size of this one. Maybe like 10, 11 foot. Massive. I don't know what that is in meters. I'm English. You look great there, mate. This Pinnacles is very like made for tourists. It's like a one-way trail that you can drive around in your car, and you can stop at various places and have a little look around. It's very well kept. Don't know if that's what you want though. I kind of want a bit more like realism, but it's pretty cool. Though I've never seen anything like this before, I don't think you would spend more than an hour here. An hour would be a lot, to be honest with you. It's the desert, beautiful rock formations, but a lot of the same. So for one of the nights we nipped off the main road down a little sandy track and we camped there in the bush, and then in the morning we realised. So from constantly opening and closing the boot of this car, basically 2 of the latches, it must have been the heat when it was 47 degrees, 2 of the latches, the plastic snapped and it wouldn't shut anymore. And I was like, oh no, what are we going to do? And it was super expensive to get a new one. So I bought some strong epoxy glue. But the problem is, bits of plastic have fallen out, so to fill the gaps, Elisa had this brilliant idea. It looks hideous. Filled all the gaps with tissue. Jammed a load of epoxy in there, both sides. I'm going to let that tissue go hard, and then I'm going to put loads more of epoxy over the top, and then I'm going to spray paint it black so it doesn't look like tissue. But yeah, good bodge I think. Fingers crossed it works. At this point we're super close to getting back to Perth, and we pop into Yanchap National Park, which is the only place in Western Australia with koalas. Next up, something we've been looking forward to for a very long time, Rottnest Island, to go and meet some quackers. See you soon.